can see her forehead. Oh, there she is. Hi. Hi, Al.
Hi.
Hello.
I feel like I haven't seen you guys in a long time. So,
I've been
Anyways.
hiding.
yeah. Well, yeah, sure you have.
I
All right.
have. I don't
Okay.
go out much, no.
Well, I'm always out. I'm never home. So, all right, I'm going to start the meeting tonight. Welcome to the April 19th Revere Public Arts Commission. We have 9 items on the agenda tonight and a couple of other open time for the attendees. So we're going to start with Erin and to go through the attendance and review the minutes. Erin?
Okay, perfect. So attendance, Elle,
Present.
Joanne,
Here?
Naomi. No, Naomi. Okay. Rob is not here. I'm here, and Brian.
Present.
Kirsten?
Present.
Perfect. Okay, so no Robin. Okay. All right, so meeting minutes. This is from our meeting on March 15th. The fire station project is still a go, and Joanne was going to meet with the mayor. There's a walk-in scheduled with Captain Fortuna next Monday to photograph the inventory. There's a desire to keep the antiques on hand. An engineer will assess the structural integrity of the building. The mayor likes the idea, and this is the first and oldest fire station in Revere. The callforentry.org call to artists is up and running. There are a couple events coming up that we should participate and or support. The Revere Beach Partnership Arts Festival and the Kite Festival on May 15th. Possibility to use the Winthrop Found Object event as inspiration for another themed event. There was a reference to Beverly Main Street for best practices in public art for us to look at. Also to check out reverearts.org, which is already up. Naomi was going to make a standard poster with date and time for an event to post across social media. The meet concluded at 6:55. Joanne, I think you're muted.
I am. Thank you. So ordered, so approved. Wow, I don't know what's going on with my screen, but anyways. Can everybody hear me? No?
Yes, I can hear
Yes.
you.
Okay, thank you very much. Thanks for saying yes. Okay, the second item on the agenda, I don't know what's going on with my screen, so I'm wondering if I'll change it, but as long as everybody can hear me. So the second item on the agenda was the Beachmont Fire Station, the updates from me, Councilor McKenna. So I went in there with Councilor Fortuna and I took some pictures, which Erin's gonna, I gave them to Erin. She's gonna show them and I can talk about it. I'm just gonna get up and just turn the skylight off to see if this is the problem. It is, it's the sun. Okay,
All right, so I
There you go.
have,
thank you.
so Joanne, I just opened up the images, so I'll do a share screen.
Okay, great. Now just talk about them.
Okay.
So I just want to say
You can see them.
before we start, this place is a beautiful place. I mean, it's got so much potential. There wasn't a lot of antiques in there. The only antiques there were in there were some old cabinets, which I think the fire department's going to take. But there were beautiful lights outside. I didn't put the pictures up, but they were beautiful lights. They look like flowers. And they're very, very old. They came with the building. So I got a really good tour of the building. And like I said, there's so much potential. So on the left, we'll start with the left first. That's a bedroom. There's like, I think 5 or 6 bedrooms upstairs with the bathroom. it's like a community room, which you'll see. And then the community room has like a bathroom in it. The second picture is the community room. That's the bathroom. As you can see, the place, it needs to be really cleaned out, but there's so much potential and so much rooms. This is the last one on the right is where the apparatuses came in. And if you see to the back, there's a door. There's a big, gigantic room in there with lockers. I didn't see any kitchen, but there is a bathroom downstairs, which is not in very good shape. There's a lot of things that they're not in good shape. The bathrooms aren't in good shape, but the space is beautiful. And if you can see on the right-hand side, there's a staircase that goes up the stairs. And there's 5 or 6 rooms up there. So my idea was to make this space, this big space, a community room. We could make it into, a gallery and have artists show their artwork. We could have a community room where we could have teachers teach in this room, community meetings at night. So much potential. Also, I talked to Captain Fortuna and Chief Bright, and they would love to have some sort of museum in here. Glass cases with the oldest axe, the oldest fire suit. They have so much stuff that they don't want to get rid of. So this would be probably a fire station museum too, around this, all these walls. So any questions so far?
Nope.
Okay.
No, I just want to note that in the front of that room, the one all the way to the right, that's where the front doors are for the fire trucks to get in and out. So it also creates sort of an indoor-outdoor space, which is really nice if that was to become the gallery.
Those doors are in really bad shape, and they do open electrically, but I think they're really in bad shape and probably would need to be replaced. I think if I kicked it, I would have put my foot through one of the doors.
Overall, the entire facility would need to be upgraded.
Sure, and I do believe you'll see some peeling and paint. We don't know if that's lead paint or not, but like I said, it's a beautiful building. It's got a lot of room. It seems like it's structurally sound. We'll go forward, we'll clean it out and then get an engineer to see if it's sound, but I'm pretty sure it is. It's all brick outside and mostly inside. So can we have the next page?
Sorry, the next page?
I send you 6 pictures.
Why did I think these were the only ones? Sorry.
Oh, no, I think I sent you 12 or something. I sent you a bunch of them. Maybe you didn't get them, but yeah, I sent you the doors.
Let me check.
No?
Oh, sorry about that, Joanne. Let's see.
Maybe I can go on and find them. I don't know.
No, I'm sure that you did. I don't know why. Let me just see.
Well, while she's trying to find them, is this clean out May 7th for the fire station or for the city of Revere?
That clean out is the city of Revere. It's not affiliated with the fire station.
Okay, so I did have a meeting with the mayor and he said for you to start the process and whatever it takes for funding, they would handle it. The city of Revere would handle it. So he did say we can clean it out, and he did say that we could get an engineer to go in and see if the structure is sound. So
I've requested a proposal from an engineering firm
to
do a structural analysis. So I should be getting that back shortly. And I've also requested hazardous materials assessment.
Okay.
And I've already received an estimate to have the clean out completed, but I was told that DPW was going to take care of that. So I'll have to revisit that again to see whether or not DPW is going to do it or we're going to pay for that to be completed.
The thing is that, he has so many other projects on, going on right now. One of the things is the McKinley School. So, so this is gonna take a while. It's gonna take a while. So, he said he would get to it, and, but he said, he has other priorities first. So, but we
I
can start the process. So,
I have.
okay,
So
great.
we'll try to continue to move it forward. Thanks.
Is that my
Thanks for
screen?
advocating for it.
Thank you, El.
Thanks, Joanne.
Thank you. Oh,
Aaron, can you refresh your screen, Aaron?
Yes,
did you find those pictures or not?
I found some here. Can you guys see my screen
No, I-
now?
I think
you
you
have-
have to stop. You have to stop share, Aaron, and then start
Okay.
share again. Because
Okay,
otherwise it won't switch. It won't switch to your new
sure.
app that you have open.
Okay, let me just do this and then,
Thank God we have Erin to do this.
There you
'Cause
go.
I couldn't do it.
I don't know if I'm, can you see okay, the 4 images?
Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes.
And then do you have 4 more? Because I know this, if not, that's all right. But,
I should, I just have to open my email again. Do you want to talk about these and then I can pull
Sure.
those up? Or,
so the left up here, corner one, the left corner one is also where the apparatus come in, and the door is the room, that big room, and the bottom left hand is the room itself. So that's what the room looks like. It's pretty big.
Are those wooden lockers?
Yes.
Yes.
Wow.
They're the original lockers.
When do
Yeah.
you see that? My Lord.
so I love the idea to have some sort of museum. I think it would be a great attraction. Do we know, were there like other antiques found in the space? I know there was one thing you were gonna look at.
There's not, I didn't get downstairs. I heard they have a horse, when they had the horses there, they have a place where the horses were eating or whatever, but we didn't get downstairs. He didn't really want to take me around the place because there was a lot of animal droppings. And we had to, because there was raccoons in there, and there was also people in there squatting. So, yeah, so he didn't really want to take me around too much. He took me upstairs, he took me downstairs, but he didn't want to take me down to the cellar. So anyways, so yes, those are the lockers, and there really isn't too many antiques in there. Outside, there's the lights, which are beautiful, and I'm surprised no one has stolen them yet, but Chief Captain Fortuna said they really don't take anything from the fire department, even if they leave it out. So very rarely do they touch anything from the fire department. So, and they've honored this building, they really have. Let's move on to the top right is, that's like a community room, and you saw the bathroom. The bathroom's to the right of that couch. So there's a big bathroom in there. I think there's a shower too. So, I mean, how wonderful would it be to have artist lofts up there? Everybody has their own room. It's just beautiful, and a long corridor too to get into all these rooms. The bottom, as you can see, the paint is peeling off. This is where the apparatuses are too. This is the other side of it. And you can see the paint is peeling, but you can see that underneath the paint, there is bricks. And in some parts, there's wainscoting, the original wainscoting. So I think you can see on the top photograph, you can see the wainscoting. It's beautiful. And I mean, we could leave it and just, it's weathered from, years of being there, but if someone that knew woodworking got in there and just refinished it, it's a beautiful building. And as you can see, there's a lot of windows, so there's plenty of light. The floors look pretty good, they just have to be redone. So I think it's mostly, you leave the ceilings, the lighting needs to be fixed, the plumbing needs to be fixed. But other than that, and the paint, I don't know what the paint is. We have to find that out. The pole is gone, but they have the pole still in the building, so we could put the pole back. I think the pole is brass, so I don't think they want, they were afraid someone was going to steal it. There is a flag post outside also. We could put a flag up there if we came up with some cool, we could put our logo up there as a flag. It would be wonderful. It's just got so much potential. I just loved being in there. Do we have the next few pictures?
Sure, let me just quickly get those. I should have them here. Okay.
I think this is it. This is just showing the bedrooms. Yeah, 15. Oh,
Should be here.
oh yeah, okay. Yeah. So that's, yeah, great.
Do you just want to look at these two?
Yeah.
It's beautiful. I'm
Yeah.
really excited. I really hope the DPW can clean it out the way they've said, and if not, we can figure that out. But I'm really excited about the project. So when can we get in? to look at it?
I can just, we can get in with, Kristen, I would wait until it's cleaned out because, I mean, he was concerned about the droppings, of the animals and the people. So, why don't we wait until we clean it out? And once we clean it out, we can get in, unless you want to go and.
That works.
Side
No, that's fine.
step. Okay.
I can be patient.
Great. So anyways, this is the one on the left is another bedroom. And I think the door, I think there's 3 bathrooms in there. I'm not really sure. I'm not positive, but I think there is 3 bathrooms in here. So this was a bedroom. And like I said, the fire department's going to take the bureaus because some of them are very old. The room on the right is the biggest room in the place. It's upstairs. It was a workout room. And if you see the ladder, there's a little teeny loft up there, but it's mostly for storing stuff. But this is a huge room. And it was mostly used for, exercise, weightlifting, but the lighting's beautiful. So those, you just saw almost 4 bedrooms. Four rooms upstairs. I don't know if I think there's one more.
I think there's a total of 5 rooms plus that large room in the back.
Yeah. So.
And I think there's 2 bathrooms.
Yes.
There's the second one there.
So this is the bathroom. You saw the toilet in the first one, but this is the bathroom, and like I said, they need to fix the water. This is the 5th bedroom that we're looking at now, and like I said, a lot of it's paint. We could leave the ceilings. The floors are in really good shape. There is wainscoting around if we could have that fixed. I don't, unless you want to tear the whole thing apart, but I think whatever we can keep and save money is great. It is radiator heat, so it's forced water, which is pretty good. I have forced water. I have radiators in my house too, so Is there another one? Oh, this is the same, this is the exercise room. And that's the other bedroom. Is there any more, because I put the hall in, I just wanted you guys to see the hallway. Erin, can you pull that up? If not, it should be like the last three or something. Oh, okay. So this is the building. Oh, this is the front entrance. This is where the doors are. So that big room you saw, this is the front of it. Okay, that's where the lockers are.
Is that what you wanted to see?
Yeah, if you can pull up the first one, the whole building, so people can see it, because I don't know if everybody has seen this building. Yes. So that's the building. Looks like a Swiss chalet, doesn't it? And he was telling me that they had to widen one of the doors. So you see that white on the right, you'll see a white decorative brick around it, but on the left side, you don't see it because they had to take it out because the apparatus wouldn't fit in there. So they had to widen the door. They had to take some of the brick off the front to widen the door to get the apparatus in there. But if you look, I don't know if you can see them, they're like flowered shaped lights, and one tilted. They're on the sides of the door. Those are antique, definitely antique. So, and the front, I think it needs a lot of work. The wood around the windows are all rotted. The doors, the one on the left is worse than the one on the right, but they are rotted. Can we go to the next picture? But it's all brick. The whole thing is brick. So this is the two doors that you just saw. And this is the front of the building. And like I said, it's a big space. And then it goes to the back and it goes to those lockers, Brian. So that's the room to go into where the lockers are. And to the left of that is there's a bathroom. I didn't take a picture of that, I don't think. But to the left of this room is a bathroom. So can we go to the next one? Oh, there's the bathroom. So I did take a picture of the bathroom. That's what the bathroom looks like. So it's not in very good shape. Very small, but it's, for one person, but it would do the trick. And just the last one, Erin.
I think that is the last
Oh,
one.
that is the last one. Okay, so.
Yes.
So you get a pretty good idea of the building. It's bigger than you think it is. Can you cancel out of this? So is there any questions, you guys? So we do want to start the process, and we do have permission to start the process. We only have permission to clean it out. We have permission to get an engineer in there. And I told Mirarigo, if it's not sound, then he can do what he wants with it, because it's going to probably cost a ton of money. But if you can see, the whole thing is brick. And then the top of it's, I don't even know what the top of it is. It's not wood. So it's some sort of concrete or something. So I don't.
Good job, Joanne.
Thank you. I don't think that this building's going to go anywhere for a long time soon. I think it would probably outlive me and a couple other people. But so, I'll tell you, it's a gem. And, our goal is to make it work and not to get rid of it and have it torn down and condos put in there. Or apartments, because it is a pretty big lot. So, and there's you could probably park 4 cars or 5 cars on the front of this building, because it does have a driveway. Because they used to pull the apparatuses out and wash them. So it does have a parking. And it does have a deck in the back. I didn't take pictures of that, but it does have stairs and a deck in the back.
Cool.
Joanne, here's a photograph of the light that you were talking about.
Oh, okay. That's the first light that when they
There's
had
one here and
lights.
one here.
Yeah, yeah, and they haven't been taken off yet. I don't want to give anybody ideas, but there are cameras on the building. I don't know if they work. So, any questions? Does everybody like I mean, does anybody have any, other things that they would like to see in there? Do you think that we could cover all of this that we talked about, the museum and the gallery and a community room and a classroom and, artist lofts? You think that would work?
We'll find out.
I think it's great.
Plan.
I think it's great. I think the fact that it has its history, and I do think that there are people that would potentially want to use it for like a birthday party. Like, I'm just thinking about the youth and the city, and I think there's a lot of things that can happen there.
Definitely, I agree. But the thing is, when we move forward with this and everything is workable, we'll have to figure out how after the money's given and the renovation is done, the building has to take care of itself. You know what I'm saying? The electricity has to be paid, the water has to be paid. So we have to charge for, the artist lofts, and we have to charge for, if they have a gallery, we'll have to take some sort of percentage or whatever we have to do, but that's for another time. But I did talk to June Krinsky-Rudder. She was my colleague in Revere High School, and she had a loft for many years in East Boston. And she had a partner, and they were paying over $900 a month for the loft. And it was this little teeny, it looked like a storage room. So I think she was paying $934 with someone. So we can get pretty good money if people want to come. So that's it for me, for the fire station. Anything you want to add, Elle?
I think it has a lot of potential. I think we're kind of just in the baby steps with the structural assessment and then the hazardous material assessment. And with those two pieces of information, we'll be able to launch forward to the next steps.
Elle, would there be any?
Considering what the uses could be, as well as how programming can be facilitated and who will do the facilitating. So that's another whole, it's another process.
Elle, is
But
there
I
any
think it has a lot of
zoning
potential.
ahead.
Potentially, yes.
I didn't hear
We'll
the
have to look
question.
into.
What was it, Brian?
Is there any zoning requirements for this property to be used as how we want to do it?
We'll have to look at what the current zoning is.
Okay,
That may be another early step in the process piece to do.
you're right.
Yes, it's
Yep.
part of the process
Thank you,
when we
Elle.
determine what it can be used for.
Great.
Exactly.
Well, like I said, I mean, the city council unanimously voted to put this through, and the mayor's on board too. So I'm sure we can finagle with the zoning. So anyways,
So do we know when a structural assessment will take place, if that is the next step?
I've requested a proposal, so we have to get the proposal back, process a purchase order in order to have it completed, and then we'll have it completed.
Roughly, how long is that process, Elle? Approximately.
It depends.
yeah, it's like
3
pulling-
months, 6 months?
No, it should be done within, I'd say, 6 weeks.
Great,
Thank you.
great. Okay, our next item on the agenda is call to artist posting updates. Erin?
Yes, I'm just looking into the call now to see how many submissions we have. So everyone knows that the call to artists deadline is the 25th. So it's 6 days from now. The last I checked, we had only 10 applications in. Right now we have 8 applications in for Butler Circle. And let me check the other. So it is typical that most people will submit towards the end of a deadline. I'm sure you can imagine.
Right.
But I did expect to have more than that by now. So we have 8 for Butler Circle and we have 4 for Point of Pines. I did speak. So when this first got posted, I reached out to probably again another like 10 local artists, and are of a high caliber, and I got 6 people telling me that they were definitely going to apply. So that gives me a lot of confidence. So I'm hoping that some of them just haven't gotten in the application yet. But all of the people that I contacted have done large scale murals in this area. So, fingers crossed that we get some great submissions. I know, Elle, there was one artist that had a question about the angle of degrees for Point of Pines. I'm not sure. I just assumed that you answered that. I hope that's okay.
Yes, I can do that.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I can also get back to them too. I just don't know what that angle is. But I'm not sure if I can't imagine that it would really affect the artwork that much, but if he asked, maybe it does. And that artist, I was really excited that they're planning to apply because their work is pretty awesome.
Well, that's a weird underpass, the Point of Pines one.
So they had asked, the question was, what angle is that incline on? Because they were planning to submit a design that would appear to be not in perspective, even on that incline. So I think they've done work on inclines like this before, because that's a very particular question.
So the piece will actually look flat when you went by it. That's incredible.
That's right. Yeah, I know. I mean,
that's very cool.
Really cool.
Yeah, they want perspective dimensions. Yes, I can understand that.
Right.
I want to ask one question to Elle, because you live down there. Pigeons. I heard there's a problem with pigeons under there. Is that a do you know anything about that?
There's a problem with pigeons under all of the underpasses.
Okay. All right. Well, I just don't want this artist to be painting and pigeon,
Yeah.
Well, you build them condos and they will come.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, they love those underpasses.
So, we have on the Sargent Street underpass, we've had Mass DOT put up screens there so that they aren't able to go up there, but for some reason they keep getting torn open.
Right.
So it's a great solution, but it doesn't seem to last for long. And I'm not sure why. I don't know if somebody's cutting them or they're just not durable.
Right.
But we used to have somebody that on city staff that would work with Mass DOT on that.
Okay.
And on
We
other
don't have
cleanup
that
items.
person
But
anymore?
we don't.
Okay. Well, maybe I can talk to Rep Janino or Rep Turco and see if we can get someone to do something like that. Because I would hate for this artist to, start his
Or any of the artists that get selected.
do beautiful artwork and have, pigeon stuff all
I agree.
over, or getting
I agree.
pigeon stuff on their head or whatever. So, and
agree.
that's sanitary too. That's a sanitary problem. So I can reach out to the reps and ask them if they can contact someone from and DOT, because I've been starting to use them to get stuff done. You know, we're trying to clean up the graffiti in the city, and it's all under Mass DOT and DCR. So I've been using them and they've been very helpful. So,
Great.
okay.
Okay,
thank you.
Go ahead. I'm sorry, Erin.
Oh, sorry about that. So the submission deadline is 6 days from now, so it's next Monday, right? So we, in our timeline, I believe we had till May 15th to notify the artist. I think we only had a couple of weeks. Let me just double check. Sorry, guys. But everything is planned to be installed by August, right? So end of August. So I'm pretty sure, I can't find it now, but I'm pretty sure that the artist was definitely notified in the next couple of weeks. So before our next meeting.
So we need to look at them and decide, and then let people interact and vote also for their percentage.
Correct. So we'll have
With
to
just
set up,
that-
we'll have to set up an additional committee meeting
Mhm.
or a subcommittee meeting.
With just that many, it shouldn't be that hard. If it was like 35, 40 entries, then we'd have a challenge.
Right.
And
So-
everybody should just take a score sheet, review the materials,
Well, you had mentioned,
and
Erin,
score
we
them.
were
So
able
we could
to,
probably, I'm sorry, go ahead.
Erin, you had I'm sorry, Erin, you had mentioned that we could actually go see them.
So 4 people can log in, so 4 different devices. But for example, if we wanted to do an additional meeting, I can share screen and we can look at them.
Can't you just screenshot what you got?
Oh, I can screenshot and email to everyone?
Yeah, and any additional information they put in, just in the email for them.
Sure.
That would make it the easiest.
Yeah, if
I
you could
know
do
it's
that.
additional work, but we don't need to buy extra space since money is a priority for us doing stuff.
Mhm.
Erin, that would be super helpful. And then we can just send out with each entry, the score sheet,
Mhm.
and then each
Okay.
committee member can use that score sheet. Once that's completed, we also have to have the community process. So maybe we can work with Tariq offline and we'll do like a score sheet that we'll be able to use. And then for the one that is on Butler Circle, we also have to go through the process of having that approved by the MBTA.
Okay.
That's a little bit of time. Okay.
Yeah. So
Elle, is it possible-
we've already submitted an application for the permit for the MBTA.
Elle, is it possible to reach out to the Revere Journal, have a blurb in it that would relate back to the City of Revere website where they can vote?
Yeah, could do
That
that.
would give us a much larger sweep in our marketing of that rather than just relying only on social media.
Yeah, absolutely. I think we probably should contain it maybe to that. And then you can share the link also on social media.
Right, and it just drives them to one place that's a click and then they can
Right.
vote. Yeah. If you need a piece done for the Journal, I can put it up in the right piker and all that. That can be printed, they can show.
Great. If you want to do that, that's super helpful.
Simple
We'll have it
enough.
ready to go when Erin sends out the pictures.
We've
Thank
got
you.
the images of the 2 spaces and, we could probably take all of the images and just make them small up on the thing as a look and say which one you want to choose, go to. Simple, easy directions that they can follow and it's done with. Alrighty, thank
Great.
you.
Thank you.
I love that idea. Should we, as the commission, narrow it down to 3 before we give
Commission,
everyone? Just
we
to
need,
keep it cleaner, or?
it's not just the photos. We have to actually vet the artists before we just take all the photos.
Explain that a little more, Al.
That process will do all of that, right?
In
Looking
the
at
application,
their application.
yeah, in the application, there's clear requirements. So if things have not been submitted or they don't actually meet that criteria, we need to have a look through all of that and make sure that whatever we're
Listen.
selecting is what we are able to select from, that they meet the criteria that's required.
I was under the understanding that that's why we chose this website, because they did that according to whatever.
No, they can still fill it out incorrectly, or they can.
Oh,
Yeah,
but they had to prove that they had done this, submit images of their work, that sort of stuff. If someone makes a mistake filling out a form, that can be corrected. I'm sure Els pushes that we want individuals that have the capacity and the ability to do this, rather than, oh yeah, I want to play in the game, let me paint. We want professionals, yes.
Exactly. So we just want to make sure that we, evaluate what we have requested for them to submit and that they meet that criteria, so that when it comes time to do the project, we don't have any surprises.
Exactly. If I remember right, back to the meeting when we discussed this, I thought that the committee was going to go through and choose what to represent, and then it would be a final vote by the committee, and the city would have, the individuals of the city would have their percentage that would weigh in against each one of us voting for it. So do we want to narrow it down to 4 or 5?
I think we have to narrow it down to whoever is eligible. I don't,
Well, of
we're not
course,
really going to
that-
weigh in on the photographs themselves. We're just going to say these artists are eligible because they fit the criteria that we requested.
All
And
right.
then
and
whatever
we-
those are, then that's what goes out to vote.
Right,
we're
but
gonna
we
score
also
them.
vote on it as long,
Correct.
in the city, as individuals at 15 or 20, I don't remember off the top of my head what it is too. So we're just going to do that across all the images that are pushed in?
I think I'm losing you there. The
I said,
committee,
are we gonna take in, if there's 14 images submitted, all 14 get to be voted on?
you're talking about a vote versus does the artist meet criteria?
We've
So there's
got
two
beyond
separate
that
things
point.
here.
We've got beyond the criteria section of this. Now we're
Okay.
determining what images are gonna be presented for the final
Yep.
curation of what occurs.
So if 14 images are available and those 14 artists meet the criteria, then the 14 images can be voted on by the public.
And by
It will
us.
get a score. Yep, and it will get a score. And then each person that's on the committee will also have the score sheet, but we will also evaluate their criteria and the photographs themselves. So they'll get an overall score based on their experience, criteria, other work.
Yeah, all the requirements.
Whatever's in
we
that
had on
box.
our
I
list.
don't have it off the top of my head, but whatever
Right.
those criteria are, the committee will vote on that. And then the public votes on the images.
All right,
Great.
that's a
Okay.
little
Does that make,
clearer.
does that make sense?
Yeah, and I
It-
think that it will sort of work itself out because, for example, there will be some submissions that say they're just not professionally done for whatever reason, and those applications aren't going to meet the criteria anyway. So I think it will sort of weed itself out.
Correct.
Okay,
Can't
so
wait to see
I'll
them.
be in touch with everyone in the next 2 weeks then with all of that to look over.
Okay,
Great, thank you.
Thank you, Erin.
Thank you, Aaron.
Great job, Erin.
Thank you. Okay, the next item on the agenda is social media update. Artists to highlight. Brian?
Well, according to the last meeting, the second meeting ago, we had spoke about it, and Elle, and you would all agreed it was good. Then the last meeting, Kirsten said that we shouldn't use revere.org to do any marketing of this event. So I haven't done a thing since then, because you agreed with her on that.
What do you think, Elle?
I was not at the meeting, so.
Brian, that's
Right.
actually
It's a lot
not
of
what I said.
context.
Hi, sorry. That's not what I said. I just, when we asked if we could upload things that we'd worked on, you got very territorial about the website you created. So
I said that,
I think I'm finishing still. Thank you. I really think that we need a website, and you created a website, but then you said it was very specific to what you were doing away from RPAC. So I wasn't saying we couldn't use it. You said that you were working on it for yourself. And so we've had a conversation about not mixing what you're working on outside of RPAC with what we're doing in RPAC.
and that's what I stated, that I really didn't want to do that because it wasn't RPAC. But I was willing to use it as a social media platform to advertise RPAC on it.
So don't we have a social media for RPAC?
Yeah, we have an Instagram page.
Okay.
Gladly, anyone who wants to go on that, do it. You're more than welcome to, and I will too. It's just the
Okay.
Instagram
So-
page is, the Instagram page
Okay.
is like just a handful of followers on it right now.
Okay,
one
so
thing we can do is, sorry to interrupt. One thing we can do is, and I'm not a social media expert. Actually, I really don't like it, but we can go on the Instagram and follow as many artists as we can, because then they're going to see that we follow them, and then they might follow us, they might not. But Brian, does our Instagram allow us to follow people, or is it just a page that people can come to look at?
I just set it up so only we could publish things on it,
Okay.
but anyone should be able to follow it. That's not an issue.
Okay.
And we should probably be able to follow other people on our Instagram account, because I don't think you could take that function away.
Naomi,
Yeah.
How are
Sorry,
you?
I came in so late. Also,
that's okay.
I got
Welcome
home
to the
later
meeting.
than I anticipated. Yeah.
No problem. So are you on board with, so you're on the Instagram account, correct? As an administrator?
I haven't
Yes.
logged on to it yet because I don't think I got the information, but I made a thing for it because I think Brian asked me to last time, just like a little informational thing about the kind of things that the RPAC has to offer. So I made like a little informational post thingy that we could post. Can I share my screen so I could show it?
Yes, absolutely. Brian, can you share the logon information with Naomi?
I'll send it to everybody. Anybody can go on and be an admin. That's not an issue with me. It's simple enough to do.
Great.
Okay. Can everybody see?
Yes.
All right. I uploaded them to my drive. I made like 2 different versions because I didn't know which one was better. Okay, they're loading. Never mind. Give me 1 minute. Yeah, it's just like a little informational panel. I didn't know if what I wrote on it was okay either, because I didn't know any specific event to like talk about. So I kind of just said, like, in general, this is what we do, what we envision, this is what we have to offer so far. Check out these resources and more.
Nice.
It
Looks
is
nice.
nice. The only thing I have is mission capitalized. Brian, anybody?
Yeah,
First-
it could be capitalized, and also the word point and Point of Pines.
Exactly.
Oh,
Okay.
okay. All right.
And that's all you gotta fix.
And we
That's
need
it.
to update the information again on the city
Oh, I like that one
website.
better.
Nice. I like this one better. Yeah.
Oh, really? I wasn't
Yes.
sure which
I
one.
like the
which one was
colors.
better. Ooh, I thought
Yeah,
it
I
was
like
more
this one better.
paintbrush theme too. The other one though, I thought it would be easier to read because this one the words are kind of going sideways and everything, and I didn't know if it went good against
I like
the
it.
colors.
I like
I
it
vote
too.
for the second one.
We're all artists. Yes, you want to vote on it, guys?
Yeah.
Yeah, I vote.
All right.
Second one?
Who likes the first one?
This is
Oh,
the
I
first
like
one.
it. It's great.
Yeah, well, who would like that on the Instagram page? The first one? Brian, you want the first one?
No, the second one is much more artistic. of
Yeah,
course.
me too. I like the second one too. So the second, excuse me? Erin?
Go with the second one.
Okay, so
Mhm.
the
Kristen,
second
do you
one,
have a vote?
Yeah, I love it. I think it's great. Naomi, thank you for doing that.
Thank you. No problem.
so the second one wins, so we'll put that second one up. But you just have to fix mission and point. Where is point? Oh,
Down
okay.
below.
Point to Pines, yeah.
All
That's
right.
it.
I'll fix
Thank you.
those two things. No problem.
Naomi,
job.
great job, great job.
Thank you.
I'm gonna miss you, Naomi.
Oh, thanks. I'll miss you guys too. I mean, I'll
Bye.
still tune in and watch you guys.
Okay,
But yeah, I will miss you guys too.
all right, next. Temporary
Can-
exhibit op-
I'm sorry,
sorry.
before we
Go
go
ahead.
on, can I just
Sure.
ask a quick question? So the thing about posting things on the website, so we can post things on revere.org that are associated with PAC. And if you have anything that you want to post, like for example, if we want to post what Naomi just sent, you can just send it to me, and I have Tariq in our department can post anything to the Revere Public Art Commission page that's affiliated with what we're doing. So for example, the call to artists is posted there, and any other events or things that we're participating in can be posted there. And then you
Okay.
can always link, you can always put the link on the Instagram page to tie back to there to get more information and more detail.
That's been done. Can we update the city page? It's got a lot of older information on it. And is it possible to have, since we are a department, a link on the front page where it shows all the departments that'll go to it?
Yes, the Public Art Commission is under boards and commissions, not
Right.
departments. And
Excuse me.
because
Forgive me
it
for not
falls under
knowing.
boards and commissions, not departments. So it's listed there, and the content can be updated whenever we receive content. So if we don't receive content, then whatever we have is what's going to remain on the site.
okay,
So if you have new content, forward it to me and we'll get it put up.
we could put the fire, how about putting the fire station, the pictures on the fire station, or no, not yet? You
What
think
if
we
it
should
doesn't
wait?
come through?
I would say maybe wait until we have the structural assessment,
Okay,
and yeah, and then we can post that together with the photos.
okay, great, okay. All right.
Definitely we can post when we have, when we're ready for the community vote. I think that's going to be something really exciting, right? To see
It
that
is.
the community has an input too. I think will be.
I love it.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. Great. Anybody else?
No, thank you, Joanne.
Okay, so we're gonna move on to number 5. So, did I miss? No, temporary exhibit opportunities discussion, Brian and Naomi.
So I haven't gotten any more information about the exhibit. I'm just the guy who's gonna make the poster. So, do we have any news on like when it's gonna be and stuff, Brian?
We need to determine where it's going to be. We didn't do that at the last meeting, and what the date is going to be, because we were going in between outside and inside. And
think
I
that-
have posted up some social media stuff. Joanne, you saw it and reacted. So it's
I
just
thought it
that
was
it's
great.
not,
Yep.
it has not been a strong response to that. Again, I think touching the newspapers in the city, because that's a strong place people look at, it may help.
What about the local channels, like channel, what do we got, 8 and 9 for Revere? Just posting something on that?
It all
What do you-
helps.
Yeah, okay, all
And
right,
I'll post the posters that I make for it, like wherever I can, like around my school, and give it to a lot of the art teachers so they can give it to students and stuff.
okay, great, thanks, Naomi, I appreciate that.
No problem.
Okay, anybody else? Okay, number 6.
Naomi,
Oh.
I'm sorry.
That's all right,
Naomi,
no
we know we have you for a short time. I'm wondering if you're helping us do any recruiting for somebody that might want to step in and be on the art commission once you've
Oh,
moved on.
Can I answer that, Elle?
Yes.
I reached out to Meg Allen, who is the portfolio teacher up in Revere High School, and she has a student.
Oh, excellent.
Yes,
Yeah,
she
I got to
hasn't.
meet her.
Oh,
You're
you
off
got
the
to
hook,
meet her?
Naomi.
Yeah, I just got to say hi to her. I really didn't get to talk to her that much, but the art teachers told me like really good stuff about her work. So, and she seemed really nice too. So I think she'll be like a great addition.
Yeah, I just have to have a call with her. I have to call her and just talk to her about everything, but they do have a student that they picked. So then
Awesome.
I was gonna put that on open time and tell you that. So
Thanks, Joanne.
you're welcome, no problem. So I don't have to, I can cross that out. Okay, the sixth item on the agenda is Revere Beach Partnership Art Festival and Kite Festival, May 15th. Are we going to have anything available for those two? Like a table, or are we gonna participate? I mean, I don't know.
Well, if we figure out like when we're gonna do the exhibit and where we're gonna do it, we could advertise it at the art festival, and we could also do the sticker thing there too.
Okay. All
Any
right.
other events and stuff, like any other opportunities that we have, we could have them on like a pamphlet, and we could hand them out to people since the place is basically going to be like flooded with local artists. I'm sure
Yes.
it will like attract a lot of attention if we are like present at one of those events or both of them.
Elle, do we get to pay Northrop for the stickers so I can pick them up? Elle?
I have not received, I'm sorry, I was trying to unmute.
Oh.
I have not received information from the auditing department or the mayor's office in regards to what account a purchase order can be processed from.
Okay, all right. But you
Have a-
received my a receipt, right?
Mhm.
Itemized bill? Okay.
I believe
I'd
so.
like to get some clarification on the piece we're talking about. Are we talking about the art event where they have artists? Or are we talking about the piece that was sent out about Save the Harvest, Save the Bay for the $20,000 grant?
Yeah, the Save the Harbor, Save the Bay is right on. It's probably on hold right now. I didn't get too much information. We were supposed to team up with Friends of Belle Isle, but I don't know if they're doing it. So I haven't heard anything. I reached out to Barbara Bishop and she didn't know. I have to reach out to now Mary Mitchell, but nothing was said after I reached out to them. So I thought it was a great idea to partner with them, but it's dead in the water right now. So I can't give you any more information than that.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Anybody else?
I wonder if, because I noted these on the minutes and the agenda because Kirsten had mentioned them at the last meeting. But I wonder if the Revere Beach Partnership is an art festival, correct? I mean, I don't know anything about this, but does anyone know what it's like? I mean, are there artists up there showing their work?
Yes,
So, yes, but I thought that usually the kite festival and the art festival are two different events.
Yeah,
Usually the art festival is in September.
right.
yeah, and it's
So-
a smaller attended event versus the kite or, the big one.
No, it's
With the
pretty well
sandcastle.
attended. It's actually pretty well attended, and there's a number of artists that show their work. And it's on the Marquee Bridge.
Yes.
Do you
Can
know
I-
the crossover?
So
I'm
I'm sorry, Elle.
okay. Go ahead.
I participated as an artist for the first 2 years that they had it, and it's pretty well attended. And also Revere
Yeah.
High School students attended too. So, and I did very well with my photography. So I didn't think they still had it. I thought they stopped it with the restaurants and everything. That they didn't have it last year, did they?
I
No,
think it
the
was
year
because of
before.
COVID.
2
Yeah.
years,
Okay.
no.
All right, yeah, so you're right, Elle, it is two different things. The Kite Festival and the Art Festival are two different things, and you're right, it is in September. The Art
Okay.
Festival, and the Kite Festival is May 15th. So,
Okay, so I didn't know if they were changing it up. Which is possible. That's why I said usually it is, but maybe they're doing it different this year. So, yeah, I do think it's in September for the art festival, and it's just the kite festival in May.
well, maybe we should talk to Paul Ruff and whoever else is involved in that, and see if we can maybe get involved in some sort of a way. I don't know, what's your thoughts?
I wonder what would be the best way for us to get involved, you know? Yeah. I mean, I feel like for us, it's more about meeting the artists, getting the contact so that we can do an equivalent or some sort of similar event.
Right.
Or
Good
I don't
idea.
know, is there another way?
So usually what they have is, well, when I attended it, they had set up sort of like individual stalls using tents,
Yes.
sort of
Canopy
that
type
separated
things.
each artist. So it's almost like artist stalls. So you could go through and you could see photography or painting or crafts. And they were set up all along the front end on Revere Beach on the street part. And then you could walk up over the walkway and then set up in the rear right before you enter the train station. They had other stations there. They also had music, and they also had an art competition. And you could use whatever media you wanted, but you had only, I think, 1 hour to complete the work. So you had to bring in all your own materials, and then they just said, okay, start. And then
Neat art, I love
when
it.
you finished, and then my daughter actually participated in it, and then
She win?
they did no, but she participated. I think she was the youngest one there, but it was a lot of fun. And
And it has to
then
be.
we went, and then they did they gave an award for the best, and they had professional judges there.
But
So
it has, sorry, Elle, I'm sorry, I just want to add
It's okay.
something.
Go ahead.
It has to be related to Revere Beach. I don't know, I know. Go ahead.
Yeah, there's usually a theme that they set every year.
Yes. Oh, okay.
I'm not sure if it's as extensive as it was then, El, because I went to the last 2 before they closed them down, and it was just up in the marquee where it would be flat, but now it's sort of taken over. So I'm sure they're going to have stuff pushing you back to the plaza area between the hotel, the buildings, and the elevators down to the T and the parking lot and all that. Because that's a very large area in there, because they had stalls all throughout there also. But it was just the stalls. I don't remember seeing the competition or stuff being mentioned, but it may have changed again. Now that
But it was a lot of fun, and it was pretty well attended. So
yeah, it was
good
there.
event.
I got some money from it.
Well, I think a table and just our presence
some money.
there.
A lot of people bought my stuff. It was great. So, but it was a lot of work, you know. It was a very windy, couple of times it was very windy up there. And if you put your art stuff, you hooked it to the tent, you know, some of it fell off. It was a challenge, definitely. It's a lot of work, but it was nice. You talk to a lot of people come up, you know, and it was the 2 times that I did it, it was great. So, okay. And what about the kite festival? We're going to just put a table there?
That's basically what we'd be doing there, is, you know, just marketing ourselves and making ourselves be seen in the community.
Okay. Well, May 15th is coming up pretty soon. So are we all going to participate in that, or is it, I know Brian and I did the Touch the Machine. So does anybody want to volunteer for that day?
Where is it? Down by Kelly's?
I
Wait, what
can't-
day is it again?
It's May 15th.
What day is that?
That's like
It's-
the day of my prom, I think.
Saturday.
I don't think I can do it.
I don't want you to do it. Forget about it. The
She's
thing,
already forgetting about us.
the thing is that we have to have the logos to give out, and we don't have those. So I think, Al, we need to rush the, I don't know how we're gonna get those.
Well, I know that you had approval from the mayor, but that has not made its way to me in
May I
order
make
to
a
facilitate
suggestion?
it.
May I
Okay,
make a suggestion?
yes,
We meet people, they give us our email, we give them the information to our city site and to our Instagram page. And when it comes in, we'll let them know that we have their sticker.
no, I disagree. I think we should have them, to give them out that day.
Let's-
I mean,
I'm
what-
using that
let's
as
try
a
to get it,
suggestion
Joanne.
if we don't
Okay.
have it, that's all.
Yeah,
If
I'll,
we don't have
I
it.
will email the mayor. I do have a meeting with him, but I think it's May 12th. I think that's too early,
okay.
too late. So,
Yeah, just let me know where it's coming from and I can
email.
move forward from there.
I
Okay?
think that if the stickers don't come in time, or even if they do come in time, the little thing that I made for the Instagram thing, we could always just print that out as like a pamphlet or something, or like a sheet of paper to give out to people, just
Mhm.
to show like our name and stuff, just so we have something that says who we are without them having to come up to talk to us. We could just like pass it out to people.
That's a great idea. Great idea.
I'll send that to you, Elle, after I fix this.
Yeah, send it
the
to Elle.
capitalization.
Okay.
Thank you.
Anybody else? Okay, moving on. Number 7, how to collect art for kiosks, Veteran and Griswold Park starting in June. Al, do you want to talk about that?
I think Brian was doing that.
Oh, was Brian doing that? Okay, I'm sorry. Brian, were you doing that?
We're looking for individuals to submit pieces. I'm also trying to find individuals in the community that are sort of the quote unquote mayor of the neighborhood, that sort of know the movers and shakers that do anything in their community, since we want to involve them in the process of this. And I've been reaching out to some individuals that are retail that might be interesting and help support our effort to do this sort of thing.
Okay. I mean, I could put that on my, could I put that on my Facebook page? I have like almost 4,000 friends, so
Why not?
call to honest.
A couple of the city councilors have been reactive to it and are looking into it also.
Oh, great, great. I'm glad to hear that.
Just a
Okay.
couple though,
Oh, I know. Well,
just a
couple is
couple.
better than nothing, so. Okay, number 8, our next meeting is May 17th. And number 9 is open time for attendees. So if you have something that you want to add to this meeting, please. I have a couple of things, but I'd rather you guys go first. So anybody have any, Brian, you got a show coming up?
Yeah,
I
but
think-
that's not this stuff. Yeah, it's just an art show in Boston, yeah.
I think, I don't see why we can't promote shows. I understand that, if I'm having a show, I don't know. What do you think? I think if we're having a show as members, we should tell everybody. But I mean, that might not be, maybe it's not right on Instagram, but I think this is.
Oh, I
open-
would not put it on
No,
our
but this,
website.
this is
no.
our open forum time, so I just think that, I don't know, what do you think, guys? Tell me.
Yeah, absolutely. If you're having an event, let everyone know.
Yeah,
No problem.
so Brian, let's hear about your event.
I have curated part 2 of a show that I've been doing in the Fort Point art community down in the Seaport at our assemblage art space and performance space. This time it's 47 and some of the best street photographers in the Boston area, and there'll be about 1,500 images. It's this Friday. It won't start till much later in the evening because it has to be dark for the show to be seen on the glass walls, which you've seen, Joanne, are
Yes. it's
18 foot
wonderful.
tall by 40 foot by 25 foot in the front of it. And it's coordinating with another show that's closing that night. So the last show that I did with that, there was about 130, 40 people that showed up. This one, we're expecting about 200 people to show up or more.
Great. And if you haven't been there, I just want to say that it's wonderful because the Barking Crab is right next door and people are waiting in line and you can see the images from inside and you can also see them from outside because the images are projecting through the glass. So
Right.
so it's just an awesome concept. And, I would like to see something like that in Revere. I don't know where we could do that, but I would like to see something like that. I come to Revere instead of Boston. So,
Well, one of the pop-up shows that we're gonna do, I'm working with Jamie when he gets the building with an occupancy permit. He gives me the heads up and the pop-up show occurs, and I've got the stuff to put on the glass to project onto the glass to do that.
great. Anybody else? Anybody have anything to add? So I have a couple of things. So I talked about the high school senior for next year from May Gallen. I had a couple of people reach out to me that were interested in being on the PAC commission. I think that we need to open it up to just a couple more people. I know Elle doesn't want to, we talked about keeping it a certain amount of members, but I think we should at least go to 10 people. I don't know if that I forgot his name, reached out to you and showed you his video, Elle?
Yes.
Yes, I thought he would be a great candidate for this commission. He was very into it. He's a digital photographer and a digital videographer, and he's also a musician. So I thought he would be great. So we have to put out an application and maybe put that on the website, that if people want to submit their application, we'll look at the application and decide, how many people we want and who would be valuable to this committee. So, anybody want to say anything about that?
I thought we addressed the amount for numbers. With the
What was
one that
the
was,
number?
one that was missing, 3 other people and then a senior. And I thought they had to submit it to the mayor, the letters.
Well, that's fine. Okay. But that person that's missing, it's done.
Right, we're gonna
Yeah.
just replace that empty space. Right, yeah, and then
So-
3 other people.
3 other people. Okay. All right.
And
the
that hits 11, which is an odd number for any vote or anything like that, because the high school student, that's always gonna be an ongoing thing.
Sure. The
I've
other-
reached out into the minority communities, and there's 3 or 4 individuals that are submitting letters to the mayor for that.
Well, this man that who's a videographer, he's minority, so.
Well,
and-
I just think we need to have diversity.
Oh,
on the board.
definitely. And he was very excited about the whole thing, just moved to Revere from somewhere, Ohio or wherever.
Sounds
And,
great.
yeah, and he just was so enthusiastic about the committee and really wanted to be a part of it. So, and I have his number, but I have to reach out to him because I don't want to lose him. So, the other thing is, so I don't know how you feel about meeting in person. They just removed the mask mandate, and I know there are committees starting to meet in person. I don't know what's easier for you. I just think the biggest topic of having this meeting and starting this meeting is there's a lot of controversy going on about not saying the Pledge of Allegiance in the beginning of every committee, and we don't. And the reason why we don't is because we don't have a flag, which maybe I could put in the background. We standing up, all you see is from the waist down. So things like that, but it is being addressed. It's a big issue in the city. And I don't want to be a part of that issue. I want to do the right thing. So if we were, in person, we would have to say the Pledge of Allegiance. Because we're on Zoom, it takes another animal. It takes another, it's a different situation. So someone was going to say something. Kirsten, were you going to say something? I heard someone try to speak.
No, sorry, it wasn't me.
Okay.
Maybe a suggestion,
Sure.
screen share a video or a flag of the United States of America, and we say our pledge to it.
That's great. So I am not.
Then we don't have this stand-up issue or any of that stuff.
Okay, that's
I
great.
don't think it makes sense to stand up because when we all did that, it was kind of just like the cameras pointed at all of our like crotches for like a minute. And it was
It was a little embarrassing.
Yeah, I just want to say that.
A little bit
But someone will have to put the flag up because I am useless when it comes to anything digital except for Photoshop. So
I can put the flag up.
okay.
Luckily, that was before these were being recorded.
I
Right.
can put the flag up.
Hopefully. Okay. So we continue to meet on Zoom. Does everybody agree?
All right.
Or would you?
Yes.
I would really like to meet, like I met Rob. I haven't met you in person, Erin. I haven't met Naomi in person. I know Brian because we've graduated together. We've known each other for a long time. Elle, we talk a lot. So, but I would
Since the
really like
last
to meet
century.
you. Yes, I would really like to meet you, Erin. I'd love to take you for
know.
coffee or something,
I want to meet everyone too. I'm sure we'll have something soon coming up. Where
May
we'll-
15th. May 15th.
I have prom, Brian.
Naomi, we all know and love you dearly already.
Oh, but you'll all meet up without me. You'll all start meeting up after I'm gone.
Well, just have the limo swing by in your prom dress. We'll take a quick photo.
Nice.
So we haven't really addressed who was going to run the table because our meeting is May 17th and that's going to be over. So is there any volunteers that want to run the table? And I will try to get those, I will really try to get those logos before May 15th.
Again, the question is, where on the beach is it? Kelly's?
I think it is Kelly's, yeah. I mean, that would be fun. That would be, yeah. We should find out where it is. So, anybody?
I'm really sorry. Saturdays are almost impossible for me unless I know really far in advance, unfortunately.
I don't know what I'm doing May 15th. There's something going on, but I don't know what it is. But I will try to get the logos. I'll tell you what, I'll reach out to people on email and see if there's anybody available. If there's not,
I'll go down.
of course you will, Brian. Thank you.
You're
Thank
welcome.
you. And if I'm not doing anything that day, I will come down. Something's going on. I don't know what it is, but anyways. All right, we're having a cleanup. Elle, you want to talk about the cleanup before we leave? May 7th, it's a citywide cleanup.
I'm sorry, I'm not organizing the cleanup. I have
Okay.
limited information. I can direct everybody to the website if you're interested in participating in the citywide cleanup. You can go to the city website on the calendar for May 7th. You can find additional details on how to sign up and what locations are the meetup places.
Right, okay, all right. All right, thank you, everybody. Anybody else want to say anything before we go?
Oh, have a great night.
Thank
Great
you
to
very
see everyone.
much.
Thank you,
Thank-
everyone.
thank you.
Bye, guys. Have a great night.
Bye.
Bye, Naomi, have a good